Locus here, and here's my review of the Hobby Japan Limited Super Imaginative Chogokin Mask Rider Garren King form from Bandai and Tamashii Nations. So unfortunately, this figure should came with the usual brown mailer box that usually comes with every exclusive or limited figures that you will purchase under this line and its other spin-offs like the Maikado or the new one, the Shogeki Kado. Um, I think realization has it. I'm not quite sure about that, but most of the lines, including SH Figure Arts, as far as I know, it does came with a Brown Miller box. Maybe to some it's not really a huge deal, but for me it is. Yeah. Anyway, for the exclusive figure or Hobby Japan Limited release figure, the packaging here doesn't usually came with a display window where you can actually see the actual action figure inside the box. So it's completely sealed. Here's the main preview up front. Then we do have here at the sides and a very limited previews at the back, just showcasing the front and the back of the figure, as you can see here. If you've been collecting S.I.C blade line so far, you would notice that there's still some consistency going on with the packaging that you can still see with the figures that was released way back. So the figure is being served into one tray only. As you can see here. By the way, here's the manual that came with the figure, so it's up to you if you're gonna use it or if you don't know which part goes to, how to replace the hands or how to wield this weapon that came with the figure or put the back detailing of the figure. So this is the figure, just one tray. Say goodbye to the annoying twist wires, and it doesn't use any scotch tape to secure this cover and the tray that contains the figure. Alright. So here's the actual figure. One thing that you will notice here is that, or in case you don't know yet, I think the Bandai is trying to get rid of the die-cast material being used in all of their figures, not just in the super imaginative Chogokin line, but as well as their Mahaikado figures. So you won't be able to see any die-cast anymore. So here's the actual figure. So detailing wise, it's still good. It's still very consistent. But yeah, no Leica. So if you're into it, you would be, feel a bit disappointed about that. But well, for as long as it has a very solid joints, that I'm fine with it. So for the articulation, it has a good or decent range of motion. It can move downward. It can tilt. Well, it can tilt a little, as you can see. So it has a double jointed system connected to this head right there, and then another one here, as you can see. Now there may be some limitations here due to the design details of the shoulder pads. As you can see, let me just try to remove it. You just need to be careful though, because you might break the ball joint here on the shoulder pads, as you can see here. So it's on a ball joint here. Now there's a ball joint right there, and then a hinge right there. So expect a good range of motion, but with the shoulder pads attached to it, it may have some limitation on doing this movement. So it doesn't have the usual bicep swivel that's visible here, but it can do that through a peg right there inside of it. So yeah, it has a double hinge elbow, You can go as far as that. Alright. So let me go ahead and attach this one again. So you just need to be careful when you're trying to display or post these figures because you might break it. Though I think there's a lesser probability that that can happen because I think they have managed to solidify those parts that can be that can break easily. So the forearm kind of moves. So I'm not sure if it's just my figure, but the forearm moves. And then this rouser thing here, design, it has, I think it can be removed. See, it's on a peg right there. So here is the design of the rouser. Check this out. So as you can see here, I wish that this part, I think this part can move. There you go. But it's just a detailing, so not much. I do hope that you can somehow play with it, like it can have like, you know, a set of cards, if you know what I'm saying. But unfortunately, it's just a design. I think you can customize it if you want to. If you're good at it, you can just do it. So for the upper body, so it has a decent range of motion as you can see. So placing it downward, it's fine. So it seems like this thing keeps falling off. I can permanently glue it or put something in it just to stock or what they call a blue tack or something that can somehow secure this one so it won't fall off easily because you might lose it. It's not a huge deal for me, but probably to some it may be. So at the center right here, the detailing, it's on a translucent plastic, very nice detailing. It fell off again. Who cares? I don't care anymore. I'm gonna glue that thing off. So it moves. It has a good range of motion there. So the legs can split that far. Good thing they somehow soften the plastic being used here on the tie detailing of the armor so that it won't hinder much of the articulation of the figure. So it's really on a soft plastic, as you can see here. Alright. So it can move as far as that. It has a double hinge knee. And yeah, this part from the old one, this part is made out of die-cast, and this is made of plastic. Yeah, made out of plastic. It seems like this part here is kind of sculpted together with the entire shin here, but it kind of looks like, some interchangeable part that can be seen on the Blade King form, but it seems like this one it's already sculpted on this entire shin part. So yeah, so it has a nice thigh swivel. It's just that it's a bit tight as of now because probably the figure is new. So yeah, and then the feet is on a hinge right there, like that. Then I think it's on a ball. Yeah, I think it's connected on a ball joint because it can tilt a little. So it has a ankle pivot. I think that's what they call it. And then it has a toe articulation. Very nice. And check out the feet detailing. It's very nice. There you go. Then just be careful of this part. You can remove this one. You can remove this one and you might lose it. So there you go. By the way, the wrist is on a hinge as well. So there you go. So this is the entire figure. Alright. So yeah, I think it could look more. It's better if they added more die-cast parts on it, just on the belt and the knee. But just the idea that, how crappy the joint was before and now, then I would rather go with this figure regardless if it didn't came with any diecast part. So it has a very nice, sorry, it has a very nice paint apps, as you can see. Here's the back of the figure. Alright, so for the accessories of the figure, let's start with the wing part here. So it's on a translucent, it's a bit solid but translucent plastic. It has a very nice sculpting of like a bug's wing. So it has a double jointed here, or a single hinge on a peg joint system being used, as you can see here. There you go. Let me just, alright, there you go. Just to brighten it a little. So it can do that, and it can do that. Does the same here at the back. So let's go ahead and attach this and I believe you can attach this one to your Blade King form as well, as far as I know. So there you go. Too bright. Hold on. There you go. Alright, so let's go ahead and... So the figure came with 2 pairs of hands, aside from the default closed fist that came with the figure. Alright. So here are the this one is an open splayed hands. You would be able to know by the style of the grip of the figure's hands. Alright. And then this one is another weapon wielding hand. Actually, it's all look alike. Some of this can be used as a weapon wielding hand, and some of it can be used as a regular open splayed hand. So it's a good thing that we have a lot of options here. Now here's the weapon of the figure. So this thing is made out of soft plastic, so I don't feel any part that can be removed. Maybe because it's new or what, but yeah, this thing is made out of soft plastic. Yeah, everything is made out of soft plastic, and this thing can move like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a detailing. I wish they added more. Maybe it's me asking too much, but I wish they added some detailings here on the cards, not just blank. So like that. Alright. So here's the detailing here. Alright. Then on this part here, there's a hinge right there that can do that. Then I think it can swivel it like that. So the figure can, then I think this part handle here can be swiveled as well, as you can see. So it can rotate like that. Alright. So that's pretty much it for the accessories and weapons that came with the figure. So here's Garren King form standing beside the Kamen Rider Blade King form here. Just an FYI that when placing the weapon here into the figure's hand, or when you're trying to pose this figure using this item here, be careful that you might end up breaking something, because it's a little bit tricky when doing so. So yeah, be careful. So overall, I highly recommend this figure a lot. Even though it doesn't came with a diecast part anymore compared to the old ones like this one here. For as long as it came with a very nice sculpting, the sculpting and details are still consistent. It doesn't have a solid feel to it compared to the old one, but just knowing the idea that it doesn't come with a very weak joint system now, it's good enough for you to get this figure. So I might do a huge comparative review with the entire S.I.C blade line soon. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for checking out this review. Later.